and welcome to episode 66 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails.
Yay!
I'm Wren.
And I'm River.
And this week we are going to be talking about the evil eye. But first, what are we drinking?
So I was going to I sent out a newsletter to those people who subscribe to us, and it had our drink of the month. And I was like, that's what I'll make for the podcast. But I didn't. So I am drinking a Cosmopolitan. I guess that since it's Christmas time, I'll call it the Cosmopolitan.
Oh, well, if you guys could see my face right now, I don't know. My eyes, I don't think have rolled farther back in my head until this moment.
Well, what are you drinking?
I made mulled wine.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's a witchy thing. Mine's not witchy.
It's really nice. It's from my husband's side of the family. Like they have a recipe that they usually make around this time of year. So I followed the recipe that they usually do, and it's really good. I found some wine for $4.99.
Ooh.
So, you're balling on a budget, and I want to enjoy some wine. So $4.99.
Very nice.
Trader Joe's.
Maybe his side of the family are witches.
No, maybe they wouldn't call it that for sure. They wouldn't call it that.
Okay.
But yeah. How have you been? I know it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And I apologize because it is part of my hectic. I am trying to graduate, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm so close, and it's just been a hectic last year.
Yeah, we've had the podcast ready to podcast. But with her final exams and all of that for this semester, we were like, I was afraid we weren't even going to be able to do anything until the new year. So I'm glad we're able to get this in.
Yeah, I think it was last year. I don't even think we put out. I think this is when it started last year with us being on holiday and us not being able to get together and podcast. And it just started this time last year of inconsistent uploading. And it's been like that the entire time.
Yeah, she's getting close to being finished. One more semester. And then who knows what her life will be.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Don't stress me out right now talking about that.
You're drinking mulled wine. What's to stress?
Oh, a long work day as well. I had full, I work and go to school. And so since school's out, I work full time now, and I just have a headache.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long day for me too. I've got stuff doing. We're going out of town this weekend for a Christmas party for my husband's boss. It's been go, 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 go.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I haven't had a chance to freaking breathe.
Yeah.
And I know that's how you are too.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And you're like, I'm going here. I'm like, okay. Hey, what are you doing next weekend? I'm going here. I'm like, okay, you're a busy bee.
We need to try to get together over this break.
Yeah.
Although you're working now, so it's not really a break for you.
Yeah. But I do get a couple days off. So hopefully we can do something out. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're coming to town to visit your folks, then maybe you can drop by here too.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see.
So our topic is the evil eye this week. And for quote research, I decided I was going to watch the movie that just came out on Netflix. I think it just came out. It's fairly new on Netflix. That's The Evil Eye. It had nothing to do with the evil eye.
Oh, why? What?
I mean, they were wearing the, bracelets and the evil eye necklaces, which I think you've got one, don't you? Yeah, I make them on my little store, the Bats and Baubles Inc. store, but I don't know if I've got any up sale. I know I've up for sale, but I do have some made that I need to put up for sale if they're not up for sale. But after watching that movie, I do think I might start wearing the evil eye.
Why? Well, like you said, it didn't really have anything to do with the evil eye, but
Well, let's get into the evil eye, and I'll explain as we go how the movie did not have any of this stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, they didn't do their research.
I mean, apparently not, which is very interesting because it was based on the Indian culture, the mother in the show, and that is where a lot of the evil eye comes from. That's very strong in that culture.
Doesn't it in India? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it also come from like the Middle East a little bit as well?
Yeah, Egypt also. The Eye of Horus is considered possibly the precursor to the evil eye. Okay. So what is the evil eye? So first place I went was Wikipedia. According to Wikipedia, right, it is a supernatural belief in a curse that is brought about by a malevolent glare, usually given to a person when one is unaware. Many cultures believe it to be the cause of misfortune or injury, while others think of it as a supernatural force that casts back a malevolent gaze upon the person wishing the harm upon others. So when you wear the evil eye amulet, it's not what's evil. It's the gaze on you that's evil. Mm-hmm. And when you wear the amulet, the evil eye jewelry or whatever, it helps to cast it back on the caster. Mm-hmm. So that's why you wear the amulet.
Do you have any information on whether or not, like, what if somebody isn't wishing like ill upon you and you still wear the evil eye? Will the evil eye then?
It is a protection thing. Okay. And some people can cast the evil eye without meaning to, which I'll get into later.
Okay.
So did you know that about 40% of the whole world's population believe in the evil eye?
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot. It is a lot.
40%. What's 40% of 8 billion people?
I don't even know. A lot.
A lot.
That's my mathematical answer to that question. Another definition is that the evil eye is a curse given to someone with a nasty look, oftentimes due to the receiver flaunting their wealth or other signs of status.
Ooh, okay. But then wouldn't that mean, sorry.
No, that's good.
But then wouldn't that mean that anybody who is basically famous and arrogant would need, okay.
And apparently it is a thing. It's a very popular thing with like actors and stuff to wear the evil eye charms.
Okay.
It's become popular in America anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
In many cultures, people believe that the evil eye can be cast just by someone looking at them. This belief has been documented among Native Americans, Africans, Arabs, the Chinese, Japanese, and others. The basic idea is that if someone feels envy or jealousy and spends too long gazing at the object of their envy, that those feelings can be transmitted into the form of a bad luck curse or an illness. And in most cases, the envious person doesn't even mean to cast harm on the object of their envy, but that energy of envy takes on a life of its own. I think that is probably one of the best definitions that I came across.
Yeah, I like that one because okay, I wear the evil eye to protect myself from, other like evil and everything, but I never really, I know this is bad, I never really delved deep into what I was protecting myself from.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, if you ever ask me, oh, what is it protect you from? I would just be like, oh, just like ill intent on me. But that is a perfect way. Like that summary is a perfect way to really hit on all the points that I think the evil eye is.
Yeah, I like that definition. There are several good definitions that I've come across. Mm-hmm. But did you know that some cultures even have a custom of spitting on the bride to avoid envious looks? And some mothers will vehemently contradict any compliment regarding their children's beauty or cleverness. If one finds oneself succumbing to envy, you can prevent the evil eye from taking hold by touching or kissing the object or person in question.
Okay. I In culture, yeah, I think in some cultures where if somebody's like, "Oh, I really like your bracelet," they're like, "Here, have it." It's like that type of. It's that, right?
Yeah,
It's like so that nothing ever like
attaches to them.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
envy.
And I saw a TikTok. It was like somebody complimented, "Oh, your baby's so beautiful," and they were like, "Here, take it, take the baby."
No, but yeah, they do try to counteract that kind of compliment because it's what brings the evil eye attention to that baby or whatever it is.
Okay.
The evil eye is generally round in shape and blue in color with white and yellow circles, although there's all kinds of versions of it with different colors. If y'all want to Google it, you can Google the evil eye and you can see what the actual charm looks like. The blue color in those charms is intentional. In many places where the evil eye was originally strongly believed in, people with blue eyes were very rare and were believed to bring about bad luck.
Oh.
Yeah. This is because most of the blue-eyed people who came in contact with the Turks or the other Arab nations, I guess, where the evil eye was believed in at that time, they were often European, and they didn't follow the local customs of not looking at people too openly and not complimenting them. And so it was believed that then led to the evil eye curses that were on people. Oh. And I mean, I know, we're very different here in America. I think when one of my friends went to Finland, I think it was, and she was talking about how people, even before COVID, you don't stand and chit chat in a line when you're waiting your turn for whatever, like at a bus stop or whatever. They don't talk like we do. They don't chit chat. It's not considered a good thing. Whereas I'm always, "Oh, I like your scarf." And, we get talking, and that's offensive in a lot of cultures.
I feel like I would fit in then.
Yeah, I think you probably would, actually.
If you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you. I'm good.
Yeah. And unfortunately for me, I talk to everybody. I can make a conversation out of I can talk to myself without anybody else around. Okay.
Yeah.
But
does the color have anything to do with lapis lazuli at all?
No.
Okay. And I have information for you. It's not pronounced lapis lazuli.
Really?
It's lapis lazuli.
Okay, that bothers me.
Okay, listen. I was sitting with my professor in one of my lectures, and it was a brief history on Egypt. No, that's wrong. It was a brief history. No, was it Egypt? No. I don't know what. My brain's hurting right now. It was some Eastern area.
Okay.
Middle Eastern area. I can't place. It might have been Egypt. I'm not sure. I don't think it was. It's going to bother me now. But he was talking, and he pulled up this beautiful box that was made of entirely out of lapis lazuli.
Oh my God.
He was like, lapis lazuli. And I was like,
what?
That's weird. I think it's lapis lazuli, but I went home and I Googled it, and it's lapis lazuli. Not lapis lazuli.
I have never heard it called anything other than lapis lazuli. Of course, we are in the South, so lapis lazuli might be the way we talk down here.
Yeah, but I would have just not gone home and Googled it at all if it was a professor I didn't know. But I know this professor, and he's very keen on educating himself on different cultures and different things and getting things correct so he doesn't offend anybody, and all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's great at that. He's literally an open book of he has all of this information. Okay.
I'm surprised we haven't been corrected by our listeners.
Maybe our listeners don't know either.
Or maybe they're just yep, that's River and that's Wren.
Yeah,
yep,
they are
dumb. What they are. They're just in the South of the United States. So
yeah. But it's lapis lazuli. Sorry.
I don't know that I will ever be able to correct myself
I
on
know,
that.
that was so fun. It was like my favorite thing to say in this world.
I know, I love
lazuli,
it.
like
Lapis
lazuli,
lazuli.
lazuli, lazuli.
It rolls off your tongue.
Yeah, but no, it's lapis lazuli.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So think about what we know about eyes, or think about eyes, what the connotations are with eyes. They're said to be the gateway to a person's soul. We talk about shifting or shifty eyes as being a way to identify liars, that kind of thing, that your eyes are shifty. He was shifty eyed. A steady gaze might be endearing and truthful, or it could be menacing and intimidating, depending on the circumstances. Eye contact can create an intensely personal connection, whether it's between lovers or superiors or subordinates. That eye contact is a thing. It can portray depths of communication just by having that strong eye contact. Glaring or intense staring can convey power and authority over another. Eyes are often used to convey a wide range of emotions, including love, hate, disgust, boredom, scorn, surprise, envy. You know how you rolled your eyes when I said whatever it was I said earlier. But we have things like if looks could kill. And I kind of think that is what could be the invocation of this evil eye. You don't have to even have a spell to cast this evil eye curse. It's just the looking itself, that if looks could kill, we've all been the subject of that kind of look, where someone's so pissed off at you and you're like, oh my God, if looks could kill, I'd be dead right now. I
was gonna make a joke because there's it's just somebody in my grade. They're my grade, like in grade school, in my class, they act like a child. I don't know. I'm in interior design, right? And they don't like me for some reason, and I think it's because I produce good work. I'm not just saying that. I think people around me also produce good work. It's not like I'm trying to be cocky or anything. But if you know what you can do, then say it, right?
Well, I think you're more mature than a lot of kids your age.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I mean, even the people in my classes that I hang out with, they think it's childish as well.
Okay.
But this person doesn't like me because I guess I intimidate them in a way because I know my work and my value in my work. And so they try to glare at me from across the room all the time. They don't ever look at me sometimes. Like they'll talk to the people sitting right next to me, but they'll never look in my direction type of thing. And it's just like a childish thing.
You might need to wear the evil eye, because I think that's exactly what they're talking about. Someone who's envious of you because of your, you're just a lot more grown up than a lot of the other kids in college at your age, because you've been married for about 5 years, I think.
Yeah. And it's also called childhood trauma.
For you?
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's a story there.
It has nothing to really do with like my parents per se, but just like the outside raising, like other people around me, like in school and grandparents and, stuff like that.
I'm sorry you were traumatized. Wow.
Doesn't everybody have it?
I mean, I guess so. I was just about to say, I guess we all were at some point in our childhood.
Yeah.
I still remember when I had my first altar when I was so little, I didn't even know what I was doing, and my dad made fun of me.
Yeah, that's childhood trauma.
Yeah. Okay. The history of the evil eye. So you got to understand that there's a difference between the evil eye charm that I talked about and the evil eye curse. So, the charm is often called the evil eye. Like, I don't know, is yours a necklace or a bracelet, or?
I have a necklace. I have
necklace. Three of them. Wow.
I just choked on my wine.
I'm drinking my drink way too fast. See, when I do this podcast without you, I can't stop talking long enough to drink. So I don't ever get to enjoy my drink. But when we talk together, I get to drink my drink.
See?
So, actually, I was thinking, this is totally off topic, but while I was watching the Evil Eye movie, I was like, we should do a Patreon or a patron podcast episode of us watching a horror movie of some kind. And our patrons can also watch the same movie as they're listening to us. And we could talk through it. I think that would be fun.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure it out.
I like it too. Well, and our patrons need to tell us if they like that idea or not. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
They might be like, we're going to listen to you all talk for 2 hours when we're going to try to watch a movie. I don't think so.
Hey, listen, if you don't like a talker doing it, okay, that's the one thing. I hate talking sometimes, right? Like sometimes, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, that didn't come out the way I wanted. I hate talking to strangers. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But if I'm in a room full of people I'm comfortable with and I'm watching a movie, I'm like, why the fuck did they do that? What the heck is going on?
See, that's what I think. I think that would be good. That would be a great episode.
And it's just funny because most of the time it's like whenever I'm over at my parents' house and my dad's in the room and he just looks at me. Sometimes he's like, we're watching a movie. Can you please be quiet? Like, stop talking.
I unfortunately blurt out, oh, so it's going to be that person. And everybody in the room looks at me and they're like, really? You just ruined the movie. I'm like, oh,
I do that.
Did I say that out loud?
I do that with my husband and he just looks at me. He's like, why would you say that? And I'm like, watch, I'm going to be right. And then I'm right. And he just looks at me and he's like, you just ruined it.
I know. I try not to. I mean, it is horrible to do that. But
it's so easy to just tell what's going to happen.
I know. And I talk so much all the time, whether there's anyone there or not. I mean, I'll do that when there's no one else in the room when I'm watching a movie.
Yeah. Usually I won't talk to myself like a crazy person. I'll talk to my cat.
Oh,
so
love your kitty cat.
My cat just gets a whole earful when I'm home.
Okay. So the history. Nearly every culture has some version of this evil eye. In Italian, it's called Malacchio. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Malacchio. In Greece, it is Mati. And some people believe it is intentional, while others favor that theory that the eye can be unleashed unconsciously if you feel even a twinge of jealousy towards someone else. And it is said that the evil eye goes back at least as far as ancient Egypt. They're talking maybe as far as 5,000 years BCE. There's a professor of anthropology at the University of British Columbia, Dr. Sabina Magliacco. Boy, I am very sorry if I butchered her name. But that professor says that ancient Egyptians had a symbol called the ujat, consisting of an eye, which was painted on boats, coffins, tombs, and other objects to protect them against the evil eye. So I know
what that is.
Yeah, I'm envisioning this fleet of ships going out to war with their sails all painted with the evil eye to protect them. Another article says that the history of the evil eye dates back to ancient Mesopotamia, followed by the Assyrians, and then the Phoenicians, the Celts, the Hellenistic era. You know all this stuff.
I do know all of this.
You do all this.
I'm over here I'm over here going, you're doing a good job.
Oh, good. I'm not butchering it. The Romans, the Jewish, through the Bible, the Europe, and even all the way up to modern day world, this evil eye it's still there. I mean, like I said, it's become very popular with Hollywood for some reason right now, which, makes sense because people are very envious of stars. Oh, I wish I had their money. I wish I had their looks or whatever. And that is where the evil eye curse comes from. One of the earliest mentions of the evil eye is seen on and you probably know how to pronounce this,
cuneiform.
A cuneiform in the time of the Sumerians, which was supposedly they said that the cure to the evil eye was to take 7 vases of meal water. Don't know what meal water is. Behind grinding stones, you mix it with oil and then you apply it to your face.
Oh,
isn't that bizarre?
I don't like the idea of oil on the face.
Yeah, very weird. And then the Greeks and Romans had similar superstitions. They believed that it was a curse of the gods or goddesses, though. It was their way of bringing bad luck and misfortune to those who show too much self-importance, you know. And then from there, it became applied to just those who were vain and showy, and not just them, but to anybody else who received any praise. So it's kind of morphed over time.
Yeah, but everybody's different, right? So does that mean that just somebody who's like vain and showy, even though that's like who they are and their personality, how they were raised, blah, 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 they're just always going to have bad luck, or
it depends on
intent on them?
It depends on how people look at them.
But you're always going to have somebody look at somebody in a bad way, no matter if, like,
I think it depends on
everyone happy,
on how intentional, although some of the people think it's not intentional, but how hard someone looks at that person. Like I might see someone who's showy and vain and just brush it off and it doesn't really mean anything to me. But if it catches someone's attention to the point where they actually manifest that, oh, I don't like them, or, oh, they're conceited, or, oh, then is when it can manifest into something. Yeah. In the 6th century BC, before the Romans and Greeks, there's literature that mentions drinking vessels called eye cups that had that evil eye mark on it, which presumably was for protection. So I don't know. Interesting. And then there are differences, even though it's found in a lot of cultures, there are differences between the cultures. So like Hinduism, the Hindus apparently believed that even an admiring glare could cause the evil eye curse to fall on someone. So when this happens, their cow's supply of milk would dry up and they would be without. And this caused a tradition wherever you give someone a bowl of milk to someone that you admire to counteract the evil eye. Isn't that bizarre?
Here's a bowl of milk.
I love your hair. Here, have some milk. I would say,
why milk?
Because I don't know. It had something to do with the cow's milk drying up.
Yeah, but
so you give milk to counteract the cow's milk drying up. But I would want Oreo cookies with mine. Also, in the Hindu culture, you are most vulnerable to the evil eye when you're getting married, going through puberty, or expecting a child. Oh, which is interesting. Hindus believe that jealousy is at the root of the power of the evil eye, whereas whether in the form of a malicious or admirable look. Wow, this drink is really good, and I started drinking before we were doing this. Did you know that while the Hindus believe that every sentient being, woman, men, animals, whatever, are capable of giving the evil eye, it is known that women are the most common source of the evil eye. I'm like, really? Really?
That's not true. We all know men judge more.
I mean, I do know judgy women, but I know a lot of judgy men too.
Okay, listen, I have a saying. The only reason women get a bad rap is because we externalize a lot of our emotions, but men do the exact same thing. They just hide it better.
I think so too.
So therefore, men, I think, are more.
Well, and talking about these cultures, I don't mean to offend anybody. So certainly if you are from any of these cultures, please correct me if I am wrong.
But if you are a man, we intend to insult. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take that.
Wow. One of our new patrons is a man. Wow.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
All right. In Brazil, there is a superstition, wow, that is called the fat eye. rather than the evil eye.
Hmm.
And they believe it goes after those who have received insincere compliments. If you're given a sincere compliment, then you're fine. But if it's someone who's trying to suck up or whatever, then that's when you get the curse on you.
Mm-hmm. See, I like that better because if you want to be,
why should I be cursed by someone who's a kiss ass? Right?
Yeah. And like if somebody's actually being sincere on their, their compliment, instead of taking that the wrong way,
you're not in danger when someone is really
my brain
complimentary.
My brain's hurting. It's not functioning and I can't get the words out and the wine's not helping.
Oh, I think the wine helps a lot.
The wine is not helping.
In Europe, the evil eye originated with the thought that a harsh glance can give someone bad luck. The evil eye is associated with witches.
And
lucky us.
Bad luck everywhere.
Right? So we should all wear evil eye amulets.
There's literally 8 billion people on this planet. At least half of them looked at somebody funny today.
You're probably right. Probably more than that.
I feel like that's a good statistic.
It was so funny. I went shopping and I said happy holidays to the person at the checkout counter and she became offended and said Merry Christmas.
Oh, excuse me.
And I didn't mean it.
No. Okay.
In fact, it's the other. I meant it as a sign of respect because I don't know what they
exactly. It's the other way around because when you say happy holidays, it means you're respecting their
whatever their beliefs are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're not just forcing your belief onto them saying, oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not, that's dumb.
Yeah. She gave me a look and I was like, I'm trying to respect you.
I'm in the mood. I've been in the mood for a while. So if that happened to me, I would have been like, look, lady, stop being a Karen during the holidays and say fucking happy holidays.
Right. I mean, to me, that is the most respectful thing to do. But anyway, whatever.
See, no. Okay. I have a funny joke on that.
Okay.
So, the professor who I was just talking about with Lapis Lazuli.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been my professor for like 2 years now. Right. Mm-hmm. And so we've gotten to know him with, it's smaller classes, not huge lectures,
right.
Maybe about like 30 of us. And now it's trickling down to about like 12 per class, they split up the classes. Right. So I usually get my professors gifts for the holidays this time of year. And so for one of my professors, I got him a mug with like a cute little snowman on it. And then I got this professor a mug with Santa on it because it looks like him. Okay. He
your professor looks like Santa?
He does. If he grew a beard, he would be a Santa. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
And so I got it for him, not because of like anything with Christmas, anything with anything. It was just, I got it because I was like, yeah, he looks like that. He looks like he would drink out of it. So I got it for him. Okay. Mm-hmm. I forgot he's Jewish.
Oh my God. Oh, he probably was fine with it.
No, he is. He definitely is. And he told me the next day, he was like, I really enjoy it. Thank you. I was drinking my coffee out of it this morning. He really enjoys it. But it was just so funny because it didn't dawn on me until after I had given it to him and over the weekend, type of vibe. I guess I said next day, but I meant like a couple days later. And then I was sitting there and for some reason my brain just went, your professor's Jewish. And I was like, shit. he's the type of person who he's like, he's also said because his wife celebrates Christmas and he's Jewish. And so he celebrates Hanukkah. So they kind of mesh it together, But it was just so funny because I was like, man, I know he's probably like, damn, my students don't listen to me.
Yeah, it's funny. One of my good friends, well, I haven't talked to her in a while, but she was good friends at one of my other jobs. And she is Jewish and she married a Catholic. So they celebrate both. So maybe that's that way in his family. I think it would be fine.
It was so funny. And then I remember on the way out, he was like, yeah, I'm going to my mom's and I'm going to open it at my mom's. And I was like,
and his mom is like,
I was like, his mom's probably like, why did they give you a Santa? Don't they know we're Jewish? Like, it was just like one of those things. But again, when I gave it to him, I said happy holidays. And he was like, oh yeah, happy holidays. That was a good term. He's very appreciative of being knowledgeable on other people's, religions. And what's the word that I'm looking for?
Inclusive?
No, he's very
accepting.
That's not the word. It's fine.
Let's just, I could throw out words there and you'd be going, no.
Yeah, no. We could sit here for 30 minutes doing that. It's fine. It'll come to me and I'll blurt it out.
Okay. Back to Europe, and you should blurt it out because we will all know what you're talking about.
Yep.
So in Germany, those who have a unique eye color, or in Ireland, those who have a unibrow are thought to have stronger ability to cast it. Did your husband just get home?
Yes.
Hello, hubby. Can he hear?
No. She said
he's
hi.
like, oh my God, River again. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. He's got to give me my Wren time too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Valid.
So protection from the evil eye. The most common way to protect against the evil eye is by wearing that evil eye talisman that I keep talking about. And apparently Nazar is the proper name for such amulets, which is derived from Arabic for sight and surveillance, but still meaning look, gaze, or evil eye in Turkish. Okay, that was a run-on sentence. I don't really know what I meant to say. Okay. But it seems weird to me to wear an evil eye would repel an evil eye. I wonder, do you know that saying, an eye for an eye?
Yes.
I wonder if that's, you wear the evil eye to repel the evil eye, an eye for an eye. I don't know. It's a Bible thing, so probably not.
Yeah. I don't
know, though. That's interesting. Ancient Greeks fired up the incense and carried crosses to thwart the evil eye.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
That one's vibey.
It is kind of vibing. And then brand new mothers would put protection items under their pillows, such as gunpowder, a nail, and garlic.
Ooh, it's the garlic for me.
Odd. Yeah. And I was like, wow, if garlic protects you from the evil eye, I'm good. Garlic martinis are one of my favorites. I had a garlic martini last night. My poor husband, because I reek of garlic.
I know. It's funny because I hate garlic. I mean,
oh my God, I love it.
I'll have garlic powder, but like garlic to me, it burns my mouth. I'm like allergic to it, and it's just so I hate it.
That's so sad.
I hate it. Okay, but I see people on, like, I have cooking TikTok and everything, and it's like they're like use so much garlic, and sometimes they use like a whole bowl.
God, yes.
And I'm like, you must reek of garlic.
I have a story.
Okay.
So we went to, I don't remember what it's called. It's one of those Brazilian steakhouses where they bring you all the meat that you want until you turn your little card over and all of that. Well, on their salad bar, they had cloves of garlic, just cooked garlic.
Oh,
I got a pile of it and I just ate it. My mouth is watering right now. And my husband was like, I'm going to make you sleep out in the hall. We were on vacation, a little trip for the two of us. And he's like, I'm going to make you sleep out in the hall. Cause I just reeked. I did. I mean, like for 2 days, it lasts for days. My husband eats garlic, like in their culture, they eat a lot of garlic, and there's like this specific garlic sauce. Yes, I will make it for him too, because he likes it. I'm not going to deprive him of garlic just because I'm like, ugh, you stink. But wow.
At the same time, like, it'll last for days, and I'll be sleeping next to him, and I'll turn over, and like you breathe at night, and I'm just like,
the garlic.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, so people who cook with that much garlic have to reek of garlic. Like, I'm not being mean. Like, I'm just saying, you guys have to smell like garlic. Like,
I love it.
So much garlic, and it's just so, I don't get it. Y'all, but I hate garlic, and I'm probably allergic to it, so it's fine.
Garlic martinis. So I used to do, I didn't have any of these, but usually when I make a garlic martini, I do it with olives stuffed with garlic. My mouth is watering.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any of that, but I did have a jar of just all garlic bulbs. So that was oh my God. And I ate them all.
Ugh.
It was so good. Oh,
please just warn me before I come over. Be like, hey, Wren, I had garlic today. You might want to stay away.
Stay away.
Oh.
Oh, the garlic.
Ugh.
Okay. So I was like, gunpowder, putting gunpowder under your pillow. That's weird. But gunpowder apparently symbolizes the ability to fight back against the evil eye. That kind of makes sense.
Okay. Would a taser work as well?
Good question.
Okay.
The nail under the pillow symbolizes strength. And the salt, it says salt, but it's I thought it said garlic. But anyway, this says salt was a symbol of preservation and strength.
You meant garlic.
I guess so. I did these notes a while ago. Like I said, we've been ready to do this episode for a while. We just haven't had time.
Yeah.
Some ancient people burned bear fur to get rid of the evil eye.
Oh, that's the poor bear.
I know, right? And Christians in European countries would create a cross with their hands while pointing their pinky and index finger to ward off the curse.
Okay, so, I think we all know how we feel about the religion based off of the like religion of Christians, of like what it is nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But that just sounds weird.
Right? So they're talking about making a cross with your hands, like with your two fingers, but then you're like horns with your pinkies, or I don't know.
But if you hadn't told me that Christians did that in European countries, I'd be like, that's a Christian. Like I just feel like feel like it fits the stereotype of how everything's been perceived.
I mean, I just don't understand this whole Christian thing of so none of these bad things existed before Christianity came.
Okay, listen, that's what my entire thought process has been. Christianity hasn't been a thing for a while. The Bible hasn't always been written. There was a time that came before that.
Yeah. So werewolves and vampires and all these things that are expelled by the cross weren't around until Christianity came around.
Yes.
I mean, very strange to me. It doesn't make any logical sense. I'm
not trying to insult anybody. I'm just saying that
if
you had told me based on stereotypes and movies and everything that we've seen, if you hadn't told me that it was Christians that would like put their who it's like a fill in the blank, who holds up their fingers and cry
and a cross. I mean, the whole cross thing, obviously, Jesus.
Yeah.
The basilisk in Harry Potter. That's the evil eye in the form of an animal. It turned, it turned you into stone with a look. And I guess like gorgons, like Medusa, don't you slap his little butt in front of everybody on this podcast.
I pulled Michi's tail.
Thought you were smacking your husband's little butt.
Look at them baby.
She's so cute.
Look
she's a
at
baby.
Baby.
Oh, she's a good baby.
She's a baby. Now back to
what was I saying?
Sorry, I distracted with the
totally off the point. Oh, Harry Potter. So the basilisk is like the animal form of the evil eye, and Medusa. I mean, think about that from the Roman times. That would be the evil eye incarnate, I would think. Mm-hmm. She looks at you and you turn to stone. I love that commercial. Was it a Capital One commercial, I think, where she buys the sunglasses so she doesn't turn everybody into stone? That was a good commercial.
I don't know. I just know that's going very downhill because I'm feeling my drink.
I am feeling mine too, obviously. Okay, let's see. So crystals are another great source of protection from evil eyes, which we love our crystals, but not every crystal is good for this. You have to do a little research to find out which ones meet your particular needs. Like if you're feeling like you've got the evil eye on you, you're feeling something like that. Based on your symptoms, you can do research and figure out which crystal is what you need. Like black obsidian helps clear negativity and promote self-love. Sodalite can create a sense of calm and emotional balance. Labradorite, now that I'm saying all these crystal names, I'm wondering if I'm pronouncing them totally wrong.
I was going to make a joke. What does LAAAHzoly do?
But Labradorite can work on protecting your aura and helping you feel grounded. Tiger's Eye is very similar to an evil eye amulet and protecting you from harm, including ill will and curses. So maybe wear a tiger's eye amulet if you don't want to wear the obvious evil eye. I mean, like if you're worried about people at work going, oh, that's the evil eye. Oh, she's weird or he's weird. Maybe wear a tiger eye amulet. You can also sage to get rid of or to protect yourself from the evil eye. If you're unsure about being a victim of the evil eye, but you can just feel that bad energy around you, then saging might be a good thing to do because, okay, maybe it's not the evil eye, but if you're feeling that ill energy around you, saging is wonderful to help that. Did you know that sage could actually cleanse your own aura, not just the space around you, but your body as well? So, it's basically when you sage, it's the same concept of when you're trying to sage yourself, it's the same as saging your space. You just want to start with a clean space. You have sorry, I got distracted. I got an email and I'm trying to read it while I'm talking at the same time.
Like I said, we're going.
I can multitask, but
sure you can.
Not when I'm drinking.
Oh, okay. See, that's the fine line. I can multitask, just not after an alcoholic beverage.
Anyway, you can sage to get rid of the shit in your aura is what I'm trying to say. I had like 2 paragraphs written on this, but I can't read it right now. You can use incense. I mean, and that's actually very popular. Incense is a thing. The smells and the smoke from the incense. And then the spitting thing, like I talked about.
See, that's just so weird to me.
Now they say this is like a pretend spit. And you spit 3 times, like you make the sound of spitting, like choo, choo, choo.
That sounds like a sneeze. Are you okay?
But apparently that has been practiced by many cultures, including the Greeks and Romans. And they actually have a word that describes that act of this fake spitting. It's called the despure malum, which means to spit at evil.
Okay. And I think it's like. Yeah. Not choo, choo, choo. What is that?
Whatever. Okay, this one is great. You can scratch your butt or pinch your butt.
What?
To get rid of the I know, right?
Does that mean whenever your butt's itchy, like your butt cheek? I'm not talking about anything else, just your butt cheek is itchy. Does
this really is degenerating here?
Does that mean that you're warding off evil?
Is that why your butt itches? I don't know. If you have an itchy butt, you might want to seek professional help.
That's the name of this episode, LAAAHzoly, with a pronunciation and an itchy butt.
Okay, the theory is that the pain felt from the pinch or the scratch should make the evil eye no longer envious of your success.
Wait a second. Why are you scratching your butt so hard it hurts?
I know, right? Or pinching your own butt so hard it hurts.
I'm sorry. I was just overthinking. But why does it? Yeah, like the pain felt from a what? Like, why are you Okay, just fine. Maybe you just have really long nails.
Maybe so. I don't know. Did you know that there's actually an evil eye emoji? So I guess if you're going to compliment someone, say, oh, you look really cute. You can send them an evil eye emoji to protect them.
Woo.
Red string. This one is interesting. There's a whole thing. We could probably do an episode on red string and the meanings and how it's used. But a well-known Jewish practice is to wear a red string on your left wrist to ward off evil.
Okay. What type of string? Can it be a yarn string? What material?
I would think so. It says, ironically, the red string bracelet isn't a practice that's deeply rooted in religious text and has actually been documented in many different cultures and countries like China and Greece. Other superstitions about this red string. I tell you, we can do a whole episode on red string. Okay. Is that it once it falls off a woman's wrist naturally, that she'll meet the person that she is going to marry.
What if I put one on? I'm already married.
I know. Good question.
Will it never fall off, or will it fall off immediately?
It could fall off immediately as long as your husband's in the room.
Boom, bam.
It's also associated with increased fertility. So whenever you and your husband are ready to have babies.
Nope, never mind. Get everything red away from me.
It is also associated with protection from the bloodshed and war. So if you're going to go into war anytime, wear a red string on your left hand.
What the heck? You want me to be strong in fertility or strong at war? You can't have both. Jeez.
Maybe. Did you not see Vikings?
No.
The chick on Vikings who is now in Big Sky. I love her. She was a warrior and also got pregnant and went to war and while she was pregnant. So it can happen.
Okay.
You can put salt in your pockets and the corners of your room, which I have lots of rooms in my house. You only have a few rooms in your house.
I have one big room.
One big room. That would save you some salt because you don't have as many rooms as I do.
True.
Wash your hands after a funeral or the evil eye will bring death to your house.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
I would hope you would wash your hands.
But who would be envious of a funeral? I don't know.
Maybe the dead because people are still alive.
Oh, they're envious of the living?
Of the living.
Maybe.
I could have said that a little bit more regal, but it just came out. They are envious because they were alive.
Okay, I have some stories. I tried to find true stories of people who thought they were affected by the evil eye.
Mm-hmm.
And this one says, I don't know if this is an example of the evil eye, but maybe there are just coincidences which happened and made me think that there is some influence from the bad eye, quote, end quote, bad eye. My face had become clear of blemishes and pimple marks and was noticed by a family member who kept saying that a million times. And then the next day, I got a few pimples immediately. Yeah, don't know. The same relative kept on saying my footwear was nice. After a few days, there was a hole created in it through a small twig of a tree.
Okay.
I have a niece who is very pretty. She was dressed nicely at the wedding, and everyone kept talking about how pretty it was. That same night, she fell ill and had to be admitted to the hospital.
Wow. Okay.
Those were the only, quote, real stories I could find. I'm sure there's a lot out there.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know how like once it like, okay, my brain's, once it's, what's the saying? Once is a coincidence. No, twice is a coincidence. 3 times there's a pattern, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it might have just been like, it's a coincidence that this person said.
We've heard things come in threes. I mean, we did an episode on the number 3.
Yeah. So like with this person, which they might not have said like a third incident, but they only had 2. So both of those could technically be coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was a 3rd, 4th, or 5th time, then that would be like, oh, okay, then there's something going on,
So, yeah.
That could be, I mean, obviously it's all up for debate.
I did find the top 6 ways of finding out if you're affected by the evil eye.
Oh, okay.
So how to tell if you're affected by the evil eye. Number 1, bad dreams, constant dreaming of black dogs, car crashes, falling down, getting shot, covered with dirt, and difficulty going up a ladder.
What's with the... Some of these things are just odd.
I've had recurring dreams lately about a wheelchair, being in a wheelchair. Isn't that bizarre? I know. And different circumstances, different dreams with different it's not like it's a repetitive dream, the same dream. It's like different dreams where I'm in a wheelchair trying to get myself upstairs and that kind of thing. Very strange. Like I know. Very weird. Another way to tell if you are affected by the evil eye is just, are you having bad luck? If anything that you buy gets immediately damaged or stolen. Are you constantly at war with yourself about low self-esteem and trust issues? This one says impure and obsessive inner thoughts without mind control. I don't know what that means. I have impure thoughts all the time.
Okay.
I mean, what's pure though? Really? Okay. Well, moving on. Constant conflicts with families and others. Life blockages, is your job and relationship. Do you have issues at those areas? Isolation and laziness with no motivation during the day and up during the night. Postponing and waiting until the last minute to complete a task. I mean, that also is like symptoms of depression.
Yeah.
And it says if you have any of these or a certain number of these, then you need spiritual help.
Okay.
So another story that I came across, this person says, I gave serious thought about the evil eye when I was 10 or so. There was an incident that had me wondering whether the evil eye had affected me. He said, there was a big papaya tree behind our home, which bore gigantic fruits, bigger than the usual norm. Papaya is not his favorite fruit or anything, but then he and his family were very, very proud of these big papaya fruits. One day, a middle-aged woman came to his home and she loved papayas, and his mother was more than happy to give her a big fat fruit to take home with her off the tree. And the woman eyed the tree in awe, and she said, "Oh, what a fine specimen you had. These papayas are so huge. There are so many of them. It's a wonder that the weight of the fruits isn't causing the plant to bend." And then that night it rained super hard, and the next tree, the papaya tree, was found uprooted, lying on the ground. So in his mind, he questioned, is it the evil eye? And his dad didn't think so. Obviously, it was a very strong wind and whatnot. And then I was going to talk about, there's a 2022 movie, apparently not the one I just watched today, called The Evil Eye, about a 13-year-old girl from the city who travels with her family to her grandmother's house, and they're trying to find a cure for the little sister's mysterious illness. And then they find out that Granny is not what she seems. So how that relates to the evil eye, I don't know, because the movie I watched was more about reincarnation, I think, than it was. Yeah, which we're going to do an episode on reincarnation too. That's your area. But that reminds me, have you seen the movie Smile? Have you watched that yet? Oh my God. It's kind of got to do with seeing, which made me think of the evil eye. It's not
about a serial killer.
No, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't really have anything to do with vanity, but it does involve seeing. And I don't want to give it away because it's a fairly new, maybe this is the movie we can watch and talk about while we podcast for our patrons.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all we've got on the evil eye. And I think I am going to start wearing an evil eye talisman, and I will try to put a whole bunch more up for sale too for you guys if y'all want one. Do you want me to do the outro?
Sure.
You can find us at www.c3witchypodcast.com. You can find links to our episodes there, links to our social media. I've been trying to work really hard on our Instagram lately and our Facebook. Thank you all for following us. We've got a lot of followers on Facebook now. Come check us out. Also on our website, you can find our merch. Right now, we've got some long sleeve shirts that say "Boo Bitches." That's a River thing. So come check it out. If you want to support us, then please visit our Patreon, which is www.patreon.com/C3 Witchy Podcast, or the link to it is on our website. If you want to click on that, it's at the very first page. Don't forget to check out my Etsy store. It is www.batsandbaublesinc.etsy.com. I've got some fun witchy stuff there. I'm trying to add things. I've discovered glow-in-the-dark resin, y'all. So come check us out. Thank you to all our existing patrons, you guys. Yes, we love you. We are really going to try to start doing more stuff just for you guys, like these episodes that I would love to watch horror movies with you all. But we will be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
And until then, stay witchy.